Alright, welcome back to another one. Today we're talking Turkesterone from Dark Labs. Turkesterone is quite the talk of the supplement industry as of the last year or so. A plant-based steroid, something that's going to help you build muscle, in theory, you know, without any of those nasty side effects that you usually get with steroids and SARMs, etc. But I'm not going to go into all the technicalities about it. I'm sure if you're watching this review, you've already heard about this stuff anyway. I just want to let you know if it's worth bothering with, and if it works, what my results were. So today is actually my last day on Turkesterone. So I've done I think it's about a month and a half. Now, the reason I didn't go up to 2 months is because I decided to double the dose after a few weeks because I really wasn't feeling anything. I watched a load of YouTube videos. A lot of guys were saying that they doubled the dose and that's when they were finding things to become effective. So that's exactly what I did. I doubled the dose. Instead of 2 caps, went up to 4. That's when I started to see some subtle changes, but there was one big change in particular which we're going to get to in a minute. So like I said, this is the last day for me on the cycle, so let's get them down the hatch. Okay, so we'll get straight to it. Was that last month and a half worth it, or was it a waste of time? I kept my diet the same, I kept my training pretty much the same. In fact, I trained a little bit less because I had a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, I kept everything pretty much the same as it always has been, just to see if the Turkesterone would make, you know, a clear difference in any way. The changes that I found, after doubling the dose, I started to feel as though I'm getting a lot more definition up top. Things were looking quite lean. And I was starting to put on a little bit of weight. Now, I've always hovered around 12.5 stone for the last, well, for about a year. Haven't been able to move from 12.5, but I actually was closer to 13 after about 4 weeks in on the Turk. Other than that, the biggest change was my sleep. Now, I found this from researching. I found this to be quite a common thing. A lot of people's sleep was getting fucked up. I'm usually able to sleep through fucking anything, but I was sleeping light, waking up, you know, a couple of times every night, and yeah, just not getting a settled sleep at all. You know, sleep is a really important part of any training, as you know. Now, if your sleep's getting fucked up, then you're getting fucked up. And that has become, you know, a huge negative for me. Now, the thing is, I didn't get any of those sleep problems until I doubled the dose. So when I was taking 2 caps, my sleep was fine, but I just didn't feel as though anything was going on. At 2 caps, everything was cool. But when I went up to 4, that's where my sleep became affected. Recovery time, that seems to have improved, but I don't know if it's placebo or not. Placebo can have a huge part to play in, you know, any cycle of anything that you do. You know, I could have a good session on the weights, feel sore as fuck for the rest of the night, and then the following day, not feeling too bad. But I don't know if it's in my head or not, you know, because that's what it's like. When you take a cycle of something, there's a lot of placebo going on. Sometimes, even if the fucking product isn't working, you could be just feeling like it is, and you know, you'll train harder, and yeah, placebo is a pretty powerful effect. Now, I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm a kickboxer who does a bit of weights on the side, so I'm not trying to come across in any, you know, bodybuilder kind of way, but you can see some of the definition that's happening here. Now, it wasn't quite like that before I started the Turkesterone. So I do think that it's given me a bit more definition. I mean, I don't know what you think, but it seems to be pretty good. I think there's some good stuff going on up top, and it definitely does seem like an improvement. If you've done any SARMs before, LGD, Rad 140, Ostarine. This will be quite disappointing for you. The results are, you know, for me personally, nowhere near any of those SARMs, especially LGD and Rad. Those, you know, I would just recommend getting some of that instead. But if you are looking purely for that natural route and you don't want to be taking anything really shady like SARMs, because they're shady, let's admit it, this might work well for you. But I will say that the results that you're going to get from it are going to be nowhere near as much as this stuff is hyped up. And that is the end of that. Dark Labs put up a post a little while ago on their Instagram explaining the purity of their Turkesterone. Now, they seem to be one of the best in the world from what I could read. So if you're going to try Turkesterone, definitely give this brand a shot. I think it works. I don't think it works as well as it's made out to work. It's quite subtle. It's a very mild effect, but just be aware of the sleep dramas that you can get with this. It can either make you tired throughout the day, or it can just fuck up your sleep in general, so which it did for me. So just be aware of that. It's a pretty heavy side effect actually. So the plus points for me, I think I started to see some improvement on the shoulders, the arms, the parts where I train the most really. I think I've started to see some improvement there in definition and yeah, just general shape up there. My recovery time, I think, improved a little bit as well, but it's really hard to say. It might be that placebo effect just making you, you know, want to train harder just because you're on a cycle of something. It may be that, maybe the Turkesterone, it may be, just don't know, really don't know. There's a lot of people who don't want to take those risks by taking, you know, shady supplements like SARMs, steroids. This might be an option for you. You know, give it a shot. It might be good, it might not. Only one way to find out.